first, you last. Little boy, that's facts. I'ma grow that cash to my money. You know what? Let me stop.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs from. It was way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been bought in this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. How did the lady go miss? Her she was major, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught her the rhythm. She caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait. Need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
She don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't down once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. I'm just hoping she don't fail. Cause when she do, I don't know what I'ma do. That I heard that y'all was talking, it was comical. Pull up in your city for the evening, what you tryna do? Cause I'm open to it. I know that you missing, but you gon' get through it. I can help with it if you need that. Go and bring the beat back. I don't really listen to the feedback, nah. Told me that she good, she don't need jack, nah. I'm real proud of the steps you took just to get to the place that you at today. I couldn't tell you to you straight, I gotta estimate. I wonder if I ought to go here with the best to say. Now go ahead, get me out of here, I couldn't last a day. I got the city talking about me like I passed away. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. Ooh, and she felt intrigued. Trying to duck the LMPD. Go and get your self-esteem. And she trying to link up. So much we got synced up. Pulled up in the dinged up whip. This ain't Pepto-Biz, what this pink stuff is. Gonna tell me. Yeah, you heard me, you ain't felt me. I've been moving, I've been shaking, go and hit me on the celly. Try to sell me on something while I hold it compelling. Ever since I've been gone like Kelly, they been trying to tell me about this and that. I ain't chatting with you, we ain't going tit for tat. trying to tell me how to get in the bag. We're going to get in the bag, I'm about to get in it. I'm like, automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know that I can pace it. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running.
It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Las Vegas Raiders and the New York Jets. Championship game. Off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Fielded right around the 8. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
The ball carrier.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On the ground, it's Cook. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
On the carry.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, he's picked off at his own 47. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Jets have taken a first quarter lead. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game, how about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Little flip of fortune. They had a chance to possibly pin him deep, but out of bounds, and now they'll start at the 40. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Herbert. And he connects with Ertz. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
16 yards.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
From the 50, here's Herbert. He's going to air one out. And this one is incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Cook following the penalty. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. 38-yard line, 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down.
On the coverage.
Shotgun snap for Herbert. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here.
First down, Las Vegas.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Back to the ground, Cook. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Brought down right.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Rolling to his right. And it's caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Herbert steps away to his left, and it's incomplete.
Herbert on the keeper. Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Leads to 2nd and goal.
So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal. Here's Herbert. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him point.
And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Saquon Barkley, the ball.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Second and 9 now from the 21.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Shoot.
Now Saquon Barkley. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Aaron Donald on the stop. A 2-yard pickup brings
on 3rd down. Wilson. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 5. And it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch them.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Out of the gun, Herbert. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
complete.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Herbert. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
A field goal gets them closer, but they say no thanks. We want the lead. They're going for it. Here's Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. Got a man. It's Ross. Complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They get the guard out of Georgia Tech, Shaq Mason. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Fielded at about the 28. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now it's Wilson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Wilson 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
It's a gain of.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Quan Barkley, the ball carrier.
But not a huge game there as we head towards the 2-minute warning. It'll be interesting to me to see what they decide to do after the timeout.
And 5.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional run. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Credit the sack to the safety, Rashad Jones. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a hit and a loose football, and it's scooped up by the Jets, and he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown.
That score was not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination, but the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
Marr now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Good. Makes the score Jets 14, Raiders nothing.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Herbert. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Tackle made by Chase Young. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Ertz has it left side. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And it's 3rd down.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook, and he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first.
On the carry.
They needed a yard. They got it. 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. Open man is Ross, complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. John Ross, 48 yards. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. My game. Here we go.
Herbert now, and unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
1st and 10.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep, and that's caught inside the 30.
Keep going, keep running, man.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Marquez Valdez-Scantling as the first half is winding down. And the Jets get the quick strike touchdown.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
This one caught by Isabella. And out across midfield down to the 45. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And nothing but green grass here.
I'm the best in the game.
And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 48 yards.
2-yard line.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley.
There it is.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Saquon Barkley, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main guy.
And the lead will grow by one more.
Makes the score Jets 27, Raiders 6.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw again. Herbert. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big play there for Vegas. 52 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. First down, here's the run with Cook. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They run it again with Cook. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now. Herbert off of play action.
And able to find Graham, complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. Second down and 3 with right around 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. 3's all around. They'll run with Cook. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
No gain on the play.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on second and goal? And this is caught for a touchdown. Hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another second and goal. Operating from the gun, Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. Looking sideline, incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back the intended target, but now it's third and goal.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Back to throw here, Herbert. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's fourth down.
Goal.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. And that'll set them back 5. Now Aldrich Rosas for the field goal attempt.
On for the field goal, a 28-yard attempt.
Rosas' kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. They had it first and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
The ball carrier.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
They'll run on first down. Richardson. Gary and Conley, the one to bring him down.
35, the ball carrier.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Wilson. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
3rd and 1.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead them to 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
And Adam Gase having a belief in his guys. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. This is Barkley, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's got his tight end complete. It's Green.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
The Jets on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Barkley, toss play left. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down.
6-yard loss.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. From the shotgun, Wilson. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Raider D, they get the football back. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow. Talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. John Ross, 79 yards. And the Raiders get a score closer.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2. Cook, they'll try and run it. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit.
Raiders 17.
So down a couple scores, only 1 timeout left. You figure they have to get this one. And the Jets have got it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. We want this.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Khalil Mack showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Well, it was 2nd and long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. He'll rifle this one. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 49 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. You can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They knew this would be tough. On the road, divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this fourth quarter. On first down, it's Herbert. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find the spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Alert. Mike, 55. Check 55.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A.J. Green there to make the grab. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Jets 41, Raiders 17.
And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. John Ross saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. 10. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as head play backfires in a big way.
23. Rosa set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round and they look to book a spot in the conference championship. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer. Yeah, so hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, it's certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as he'll go for two. Cook, they'll try and run it. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is going to get in there for the 2 points to make this a 12-point game.
Raiders 31. Aldrich Rosa set to kick off.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
Over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. And he'll find Hall. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. A big play there on the catch and run, and even 70 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Oh, Wilson going to throw. Dancing to his left. Buying time to his left. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. From the gun, Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. Team for the Raiders able to secure it. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's got this down to the 35. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds, because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again. Herbert. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Herbert back to the air. Able to find Isabella. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Andy Isabella, 27 yards. And the Raiders get a score closer.
Well, after another passing touchdown, I don't think it'd be an understatement to say that he's in the zone, and I believe he likes it.
Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2.
36. Hey, switch gears. Check.
Cook, they'll try and run it. They're going to try and run. And he's going to get in for the 2 points. And that'll make this a 10-point game. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Only one timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have one timeout left, and that should be all she wrote.
By the way, it's a good thing you can read that because nobody else can.
Not with my chicken scratch, not at all.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Today's final score, Jets.
The Jets advance to the next round as we say so long, everybody. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Jets as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.
This is Dusty Music.
Hey yo, yeah, like a check. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. Jay like, hold up, wait a minute. I'm steady getting to the chicken. That cheeky finger licking chicken. I mean, I'm getting to the good guap. Keep a rack in my socks. Diamonds cost me a lot. Nike check up all of my socks. Hey yo, Nike check. T-shirt check. Sneakers check. Socks check. Hoodie check. Shorts check. Nike. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man with a white. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. Going up sky high while I'm rocking Air Force. And she just wanna ride, shorty bad and gorgeous. She was rocking stripes, said it's alright. Then I cut her off, shorty stepped on my off-whites. Okay, now wait. Gotta get the bag and racks every day. Don't tell me to relax, I can't, I'ma say. Got a new Prestos and a J's in the way. Got a new bitch watch, but it don't take time. Might pull up on a hop if it's too hot. And you wanna play ball, hit a 3-point shot. With this mob court, got a block on lock. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy, water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Hit the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. They like, hold up, wait a minute, like don't make sense, don't really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken, that tasty finger licking chicken. I mean, I'm getting to the good guap. Keep a rack in my socks. Diamonds cost me a lot. Nike check up all of my stocks. Hey yo, Nike check.